have that great marriage together. And he's a rock star. I mean, absolute rock star. But I wanted to share with you some of the things that we came up with last night, because it really is important to sit down and be intentional about your parenting, be intentional about your goals, your vision. You're getting married with someone. A lot of times people spend more time looking for a house that might be a temporary dwelling than they spend looking for a spouse. More time looking for a house than you do spend in looking for a spouse. So that's something to keep in mind if you haven't got a spouse yet. Invest, look, see what his goals, dreams, desires, aspirations. You have limitless potential as human beings, and we should always be learning and growing. Anyhow, so I wanted to share just, on our journey, this is, some of the standards and core values that our family is holding. Number one, everyone helps each other. It's really important for us to teach our kids that, when I get up in the morning and I'm headed out to, I need to grab the garbage, or I need to pick up, empty the dishwasher. It's a standard that everybody jumps up and just participates and helps. We're here to support each other. We are a family. We are a unit. We are, the whole is greater than the individual here in our home. So it's important that we bring that to our kids and then present it to them and make sure that we keep those standards on our wall. Another one is we stand united against everyone outside, all for one for all. And I said that the language that I used was against everyone outside. Anybody who's not in our home and not in our household, not in our family, we are united. So that means if one of my kids is, playing outside and another kid starts gossiping about them to another one of my, one of their siblings, that's a no. That's stop right now. You're not going to talk about my brother. You're not going to talk about my sister. We're family, bro. Don't even go there. Right. It's the same thing, with, in all the situations. If there's somebody out there, that even if you're, upset or irritated, my mom and my daughter and we all work at the spa together. And, even if there's something that's, kind of yucky that's going on with your relationship with your family member, we don't bring that to anyone. This is us. We are family. We are united 100%. My husband and I, when you have stuff coming up, we are united. I'm not going to put that out there and just say, my husband is this, or, I treat him like a child, or any of those things. Those are just not things that are going to lift our family up, and it's not all for one and one for all. And when you're investing in your family and you're putting these standards and you're putting these core values in place, what will happen is our children will learn to trust us. Our partner will learn to trust us, because we are standing up for one another, and we become able to trust and rely on the standard. Even if, people ebb and flow, their emotions ebb and flow with the tides. Sometimes people are happy, sometimes people are sad, but they will learn to trust that there's a standard that you hold in your life that protects their marriage, protects the family unit, protects the family. The other one is physical fitness. Why aren't we 100% giving everything we have to our physical body, which is, it's just a standard that we have to hold in our lives. People, see how you care for yourself, and how can you speak into someone's life if they see that you don't care enough about yourself? If you don't care about yourself, then you're not caring about them. So why, so then there creates that distrust. So physical fitness, 1 hour a day is another thing that we've decided to come up with. That is just a new standard for 2024. It is something that we've held, in our home, but this year we're just going for it. The next one is self-improvement. There needs to be an hour a day of self-improvement, whether you're listening to a preacher, reading a nonfiction book, learning something, educating yourself, aspiring, to, figure out what things that you want, goals that you want to achieve, or reading a biography, or, being inspired by people, or, motivation, a motivational speaker, somebody who is, teaching on life, listening, reading, things like that. The next one we did was family centered. Our family is most important, but, and when in this day and age, even as a family unit, a lot of times the individual family members are self-centered. So being family-centered is not something that American culture really, embodies. It has been, every child gets their own bedroom. It's been, each individual needs, we're saving for the individual. We're saving for, to promote just, this child or this, this situation, whatever the thing is. I'm struggling for words here, but being family-centered is something that other cultures do that is super powerful. So when we were talking about Wisconsin, and it was like, we're getting ready and we're looking at all the options. We're looking at all the different things that are good for each one of our family members and why it would, be a blessing. And even for the children, this is good for them. Even if it doesn't, feel good right now. We want to teach our kids. There were many opportunities that we had to speak one-on-one with our children and say, think of all the reasons why you don't want to do this. Are any of them not selfish? And we have to look at that. If it's just a selfish reason why you don't want to move the family forward, everybody's going to benefit from including you. Look at that. Is that a selfish reason? Stop selfish. Selfish doesn't work in community. Selfish doesn't work in the world. Being self-centered is something that we have that we're naturally self-centered, and it's something that needs to be broken, and it needs to be addressed, it needs to be attacked, creating that family dynamic for our family and raising them in that they would be not just family-centered, but I remember a girlfriend of mine, she used to say, ladies first. She'd teach all her kids, ladies first. Well, I had boys. So I taught my kids, it's others first. It's others first. It's not you first. It's others first. It's your spouse first. It's your children first. It's others first. If you live your life, putting their needs ahead of yours, we are Christian and we believe God is going to take care of our business. That's not our business to take care of our stuff. Our business is to take care of, serving, lifting up, encouraging, and laying down our life for those that even people who would say horrible things about us, even people who would do mean things, even people who would try to, break things up or stop things in your life. Like we had a church, when we lived, back in Concord, and there was this, other dynamic. There was another, group that we were involved with, and, they were taking. And so, the Bible says, if they try to take your coat, give them your pants too, or whatever. And so we blessed them. We blessed them with just thousands of dollars worth of equipment and furniture. And, just because, you can't take something from someone who's sowing as a seed. And so we stand on, believing that, you can't take from me. You try to take business from me, I'm going to bless your business. You try to take this, equipment from me, I'm going to give you a little bit extra. So, you try to steal a car from me, I'm going to sow it as a seed. You are not going to take that car from me. You're not going to steal my car. As a matter of fact, I'm going to stand right now and I'm going to stand on a blessing that I've given that to you. And that, so that is a standard that we hold. So the next one is no slander, no backbiting, no talking about, each other, saying evil, things over each other. Our words are very powerful. We are created by a speaking spirit who created the entire universe with his words. And we have been given the ability to speak. And the animals can't speak. Even parrots are just repeat. They don't speak. They don't create. And we were created in the image of a creative creator, and our lips and our tongue are like the rudder of a ship. It turns, the ship in which direction it should go. And it's very important that we speak life over each other, over people in our lives. We speak life everywhere we go. We speak life over our home, our family, our children, our business. And, I just want to take an opportunity to speak life over you and just say that, thanks for following us. We're going to keep sharing our journey with you, but, be encouraged. There is more out there for you. And if I can be a part of that, it absolutely blesses me. So hope you're having an amazing day. Like, follow, share with someone.